Hello, hello, it's me, Gormikia Start Event. I'm back with I'm Not Kissing the Frogs. I am on chapter 7. The wait is over. I'm excited about this one. I'm going to read a little snippet from the book. I'm going to read two different parts of this chapter just to give you a peek of what's inside of this book. I'm just excited about it. So anyways, let's get started. As we traveled to our destination, I began to reflect on the events that happened in the past few months. We went apartment hunting after Emmanuel and I decided to attend the same college. Although making this decision was tough, we both believed that we'd be able to endure temptation and make it through school without failing our moral standards. We had long talks with our parents about it. Emmanuel had a few conversations with my parents, especially with my dad, without my presence. I am not sure what he said to them to assure them we would be okay living alone together, but they approved. Come to think of it, my parents and Emmanuel have been secretive for a little while now. I just wanted to be patient and wait for Emmanuel to expose whatever the secret was. We pulled up to a beautifully decorated church and parked behind a car with cans hooked to it and just married written in frosted like paint on the trunk of the vehicle. Whose wedding are we attending, Mom? Everyone else leaped out of the car while my mom grabbed my hand and let me through a side door into a private dressing room. I saw Destiny's family car, Aaron's car, and Emmanuel's car. My eyes had begun drowning my cheeks with tears. Mom, really? Yes, she answered, fanning her face, failing to keep her tears at bay. A surprise wedding? How did he? When did he? He's been planning it since the first time you two hung out at the house. He said he knew that you were the one for him. Emmanuel planned the wedding, the decorations, and the foods from just listening to me describe my wedding day on occasion. On occasion, I would mention how I wanted things on that day while we were sitting at lunch together. Did I say he's a good listener? Although I didn't pick the venue for the wedding, Emmanuel got it 100% accurate. I mean, he has everything in place. I'm sure my mom helped by assisting him in the areas he wouldn't have a clue about, especially hair and makeup. Sit down, let's get started. While the makeup person started my natural look, which didn't take long at all, my hairdresser also began pinning up my hair. Emmanuel picked out hair accessories that he knew I would love. How did I win this guy? I'm trying to keep from crying, but I can't help but be delighted in him. He's always going out of his way to put me first. I'm getting a revelation. I know the reason my parents approved of us living together. Emmanuel had already told them his plan to make me his wife. We would be legally married once it's time to move in. It all makes sense. Emmanuel had an idea for us, which aligned perfectly with God's plan for marriage. Emmanuel told me, I want to follow God's plan. I believe in marriage before sex. I want to make you my wife. I want you to have my last name. I'm going to do everything to prove how serious I am. He's been showing it to my parents and me from day one. Some guys talk, but don't ever follow up in action. Since the first day we hung out at my parents' home, I secretly watched how he respected his mom and his sister. I could tell it wasn't a show and he wasn't putting on. I knew then he was the type of friend I should hang on to because he's trustworthy. Okay, I'm going to skip over to page 192. I am free from a guilty conscience, knowing I have nothing to hide from Emmanuel. He knew I didn't date around or misbehave, speaking one thing and doing another. I walked according to the vows I made with myself and God, and instead of allowing the garbage from the frog's mouth to sway me, I stood strong in the face of adversity. When I look into his eyes, I see the man that he will continue to grow into. I see the love he has for me through his eyes. I see the woman I will grow to be as his wife. This very moment reminds me of the reason why I wanted to save myself for marriage. It was important for me to wait because I didn't want my future husband, Emmanuel, ever to question my sexual history. I wanted to protect my future by not getting pregnant and then having to make a hard choice to either have an abortion, have the baby and struggle to make it through school, or have the baby and give it up for adoption. I wanted to save myself from the embarrassment of sexually transmitted diseases, especially the ones that are permanent. I didn't want to worry about the kiss and tell scandal of a bad breakup. No kisses equal nothing to tell. I don't have to be ashamed of anything because I didn't put out. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. It's just exciting to hear good feedback from someone who's been waiting. And I just enjoy listening to women who have like waited for their spouse and didn't give up their purity just for nonsense, just wasting their time. Anyway, I know it seems like it will be forever until you can be free from your parents. You desire to love and be loved, to feel and receive what all the other girls have. You must realize you're making the better choice. You are on the path to a greater life because you won't have to remember the naughty things you've done. Our actions have consequences. And because you've decided to avoid the frogs, you are able to receive the prince. You know him by his fruits. You know he's different. You know he's deserving of you, a wholesome young lady who decided to remain kept and did not devalue her goods or her name. The right one will come if you wait. Good things come to those who wait. Good people will also come to those who wait, as long as you avoid all those attempting to interrupt your wait. How to wait. Number one, I would say no to all invitations towards sin, irresponsible people and their parties, ignorant, loud people, and anything that doesn't resemble holiness. Don't give in to lies or slick words. And number two, make sure to understand what holiness is. People are fooled about the looks of what they believe holiness is. Make sure to ask God for discernment. And number three, keep your clothes on. Don't open your legs for the boys or the girls. Don't become a whore and then search for a real man to love you. Stay on the path of purity by keeping your eyes on the prize. The prize is Jesus. And if you keep him first, he'll give you the desires of your heart. Remember to keep waiting for God and his timing for dating and courtship. He will give you what you need and who you need. I hope you enjoyed today's recording. Please share this video with others after you like, subscribe, and comment. Stay tuned. My next video will be a face-to-face video. I will do a recap of the entire book, just talking about my experience and the things that I've done wrong, how I got it wrong, and how you can avoid getting it wrong by doing opposite of what I've done. Anyway, I enjoyed it today, and I'm just excited. Please come back. See me. Thank you. Bye.